Hi, and welcome back to my channel. So today, I want to talk top boxes. So just recently, I got an email from Lone Rider. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I use a lot of Lone Rider products. So I get an email from Lone Rider saying they are working on their own version of a top box. And they wanted my help, not just me, but anyone that would tell them, if you were building a top box, what would you want in it? So it got me thinking. I mean, every time I think of a top box, I think of just the standard BMW OEM top box. But if I was really going to build one, what would I do? So I started thinking about it. You know, maybe I could build it a little better. So let's look at top box options. Stick around. So before we talk about the top box, before you make a purchase of a top box or a bag or moto bags or something, if you're like me, you try to think through what I'm going to use it for and what I'm going to put inside of it. I purchased Moscow Moto soft bags, and then I realized they were too small. So then I had to change and go to Lone Rider. So now that I've purchased this, I think, man, it could be a little bit bigger. And these are not cheap. I mean, this is pushing $1,000 by the time you get a pad and everything you need. So that's a pricey spend. So it needs to be everything you want it to be. So think about what you're going to put in it, how often you're going to use it, and what it can do for you, and make the best purchase you can. So for me, I put this on my bike. I never take it off. I never take it off. I don't take my moto bags off. So during a normal ride, maybe there's anything in it, maybe there's not. But if I stop somewhere that's somewhat sketchy, right, I can put my helmet in there, lock it up. Sometimes I take a little cooler bag like this. This will fit in there, and I can put sandwiches, a couple cold drinks, and it's kind of locked up so it doesn't, I know it's not going to fall off. I don't have to strap it on. It works real well. And my drone will fit in there. So I can put both these inside the top box, lock it up, and feel safe if I go in somewhere, because the drone's expensive. But then when you start adding in laptop computers, right? So if I'm going on a adventure ride that's off-road and the risk of me dropping my bike increases, do I want this in a soft bag or do I want it in a hard bag? Will this even fit? So, and this is a small little MacBook Pro. So think about all those things and try to make the best choice you can. Off-road riding. When I think about that, then I think, all right, so I got to take all my cooking stuff. And then I like to have a spot to where if I wanted to take my jacket off or put a hoodie on or get to something real easy, I like to have a bag that's got some room that I can get to it easy. So I was carrying a 30-liter Lone Rider Overlander bag, and I strapped it on top of one of my panniers. Inside it, all I had was a sleeping bag. And then I had plenty of room that I could put the drone in there, and I could put, a hoodie or, like I said, just miscellaneous other things. So I thought if my top box was a little bit bigger and it would cover the drone and maybe my computer, maybe I could eliminate another bag. So if I could make this a little bit bigger and eliminate another bag, that's a win-win. So here's what I come up with. So this is a 48-liter Overlander bag. Inside of this, I can put all my cooking gear. My drone. Still have plenty of room. So I can put my sleeping bag, I'm sure I can stuff it on top or cram it in the bottom because they can pack very well. I can put a hoodie, I can put flip-flops, I can put a lot more stuff still in here. So this could very possibly take place of not only my top box, but eliminate another bag on top. So it has a lot of potential as being a viable candidate for, especially for the off-road rides. Now, being soft-sided, it's not going to do anything for a passenger to lean against. But that's not where I would be using this bag. I would keep my aluminum one for if I was riding a passenger. This would be for my moto camping trip. So this really has a lot of possibilities. So once I had that realization, then I thought, let's talk about securing it to my bike. So let's look what I did. So I picked up this Black Dog Cycle Works rack, and it allows me a couple things that if I just strapped it on the back that I couldn't do. So I want you to see what I came up with. Okay, so this bolts on very simple. 2 bolts here, 1 bolt here. And if you look, it really extends it back some. So again, this is the 48-liter bag, and I can strap it on here, and it's easily going to connect here and here. And the same in the back, here and here. And that's if I put it that way. You could also turn it the other way. So again, you can secure it here and here. So it's easy and it's very functional. But what I liked the most was when this rack pushed it back, this leaves this room for me to take my large Lone Rider tent and put right here. And I still get all of the seat to move. And I've got nothing on the top of my moto bags at this point. And that makes a big difference. So this is the 48-liter. If I went to the 30-liter, it'd be smaller. Not everyone carries a drone. Not everyone carries all those things. So going to a 48-liter up here, my profile is nice and low. This holds 3 liters of water. I still have room to put other things inside it. This rack makes a big difference. Strap my moto tent on there. Still have all my room. Nothing's on my back. I think that's a game changer for me. These things will clip on real fast, so you can take it on and off. Just a big game changer for me. So this is going to be my moto bag setup. So if you're looking at options, you take a look at that aluminum BMW OEM pannier or top box. So think about this. If you go the option of a aluminum top box, through BMW, when you add in the pad and all the other things, it's $900 or $1,000. Very expensive bag. Overlander bags, a third of that, and a lot more versatile. Yes, it's not going to work for a passenger to lean against, but it's got a lot of options, a lot of possibilities. Factor in another couple hundred for the Cycle Works rack. I think it's a cheap option, and I think it's going to work very well for me. I am going to have to repack everything to see. I've changed a couple things since my last moto trip, and I think this is going to work. The other thing that I really consider is in this route, if I packed the panniers full of my camping stuff and the Overlander bag full of my clothes, a couple clips, I can walk straight into a hotel with everything I needed. My aluminum top box, not as much. So I may use that rack a lot more than just moto camping. So hope you got something out of the video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I come up with a new video. Have a great day. Let's be safe.